Hey, we're happy you're here. I'm Kelly Beeson. We start with the southern border, where officials say the number of migrants crossing into the U.S. continues to drop since Title 42 ended. That was the COVID-era policy that was lifted. But border communities say they're still struggling with the influx of migrants who arrived before that happened. NewsNation's Allie Bradley is live in Yuma, Arizona, near the border. So, Allie, what are you witnessing today?
Yeah, another pretty quiet start to things here in Yuma. We do know that there were a couple hundred that crossed over this morning, but nothing substantial here, Kelly. But here's the reality. While CBP numbers have gone down, the capacity numbers are still far exceeding what they should be. We're still looking at 19,000 people in CBP custody. A normal for them is around 10,000. And over the last couple of days, we've seen apprehensions basically cut in half. So, yes, they are still processing people and trying to quickly, but they still have thousands of people that are waiting. And while it is quiet, and while some people believe that the crisis is over here, and we know it's not, Kelly, because we were covering this when no one else was, there are still concerns of who and what is coming over when Border Patrol is busy processing people. Take a listen to what Chris Cuomo had to say last night.
And for you, the absence of people should be more frightening than seeing the big groups. Because when you see big groups, that means you know where migrants are, migrants whose identities they don't know, whose criminal backgrounds they don't know, whose intentions they don't know.
Okay, so Yuma is pretty unique when it comes to migrant apprehensions and crossings. While you're seeing a lot of migrants from Venezuela and Texas, we've seen that footage and we've met those people. It's extremely diverse here in Arizona. They get more people from special interest countries here. I've met people from Uzbekistan and China. People from all different countries are showing up here. We're talking about 140 nationalities represented at these crossings. We met people from Peru, Brazil, and the Dominican Republic. Now they're hoping to get to New York, New Jersey, and Indiana based on our conversations. So why Yuma? So the cartels actually control the migratory pathways. In fact, they actually battle over them regularly. And sources say many of these migrants from special interest countries are flying directly into Mexico City. They then end up in the hands of these smuggling organizations who direct them into certain areas and control where they're crossing. And of course, they've had success in Yuma, so they continue sending them through these holes. And this morning, there were roughly 100 migrants who had crossed into Yuma illegally. You can see migrants from China who are actually covering their face as they boarded the buses, which I'm noting this, Kelly, because it's something that you don't often see out here. But listen to what Yuma County Supervisor Jonathan Lines had to say about all of the different countries coming here.
And we're seeing people from countries who have never crossed here. Lots from Africa. This morning found passports from Ghana, Mauritania, Senegal. Those numbers have been consistent over the past week. And other countries.
Okay, so here's the thing. Migrants know that if they've sought refuge or been given refuge in another country, they're going to be removed under this new DHS policy that was basically revived from the Trump administration. So agents say they're discarding their documents before they're encountered. Now, the Biden administration is actually doing something to block these illegal entries. Take a look here. The new wall is coming up in places, despite the Biden administration saying it wouldn't build another inch. But in December, the administration laid out some plans to finish part of the wall in Arizona, California, and Texas. This after we saw shipping containers go up and then come back down and, of course, cost the state millions of dollars under Governor Doug Ducey. Now, of course, the Biden administration has promised to fill other areas in the wall. They do have some structure being built at the dam here in Yuma, where is another major crossing point, Kelly. So definitely something to watch for. But interesting here. So I found a Senegal ID here this morning is one thing that I found. Another really interesting thing that I wanted to share with you is that people from the Congo are actually texting me on Twitter, messaging me, asking how to get into the country. So sometimes policies don't matter, and the cartel will control our southern border. So agents are worried about what is to come, because as we know, DHS has said there are hundreds of thousands of people in Mexico still waiting to cross, Kelly.
Our eyes and ears on the ground. All right, Allie Bradley. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.